Seniac forgets to fix lane management going out of the USA. Prevented people from leaving. Also, Seniac, no one wants to come to OilTown. Seniac builds a tunnel to connect the USA with OilTown. Me. Yes! Finally! England and France. Don't steal our idea, fool. Seniac. That's not bad. Also, Seniac builds a super steep drop almost 90 degrees. Seniac! How many times has Nicholas Parts puns been in my videos? Me. Well, here is another one. This video makes me want to tell a deaf person that a blind person is staring at him. And I think on that note, guys, welcome back to another episode of OilTown here in City Skylines. Yes, I kind of did mess up the lane management, which prevents people from driving from the USA to OilTown. It now all makes sense, boys. It now all makes sense. But it doesn't stop them from coming back into the OilTown. They just take public transport. But it's still a big boo-boo on my half. Oh dear God, we thought we had traffic issues leaving OilTown. Wait till I fix this lane management, boys. Then we'll see the real traffic issues. But guys, welcome back to another episode. If you have been enjoying OilTown, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe so you notified the next video comes out. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Look at this. I don't know how this happened. Please, please, please forgive me, guys. Please forgive me. Right, we're going to drop it down like this then. There is, I'm sure I deleted these last episode. Who are you? What are we? How do you and me do we? I don't know. Delete. Boom. It's gone. It's a goner. So now then, that will allow people to drive to freaking OilTown from the USA. This is going to cause some huge issues for the roundabouts. Yeah, but that's going to be all part of the fun. So, guys, what are we doing today then? There's a few things I want to try and get done. I want to finally build that that hotel on the island. And I also, as well, let's take a look at unemployment. Has unemployment dropped? Yes. I need more residents between the two countries. And we've neglected this side of the USA for quite some time, which is going to be the low density stuff. I want to try and get that in, as well as also expanding slowly down here in OilTown too. So I'm quite interested. I'm quite interested to see how this is now going to go down. Now I've added in the ability for them to start driving. Do any of these vehicles take that route? Yes. Yes. Wait, how did you cross over from that side? I'm sure I've seen a vehicle come from this lane and cross over. Or am I just going crazy? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. But we'll keep an eye on the traffic anyway and see how that goes. Hopefully we can get a rocket launching today. I don't think we will, because the simulation times takes quite so long. I painted it red as well, so I do expect a red rocket to appear when we're good to go, boys. It's quite exciting. Right, okay, so while things simulate, I want to take a quick little overview. I want to take a little swing back and kind of see how things are rocking and rolling. We haven't really checked upon the status of bits and bobs in quite some time. So, OilTown Corp, how you doing, boy? Long time no see. We still got a lot of workers available to work here, which is kind of crazy. But at the same time, we're still pumping out so much money. Oh my God, we are pumping out so much money right now. Look at that. We're still importing. How are we still importing stuff? That makes no sense. But look at this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5.2 million barrels of oil we've sucked out of the ground in OilTown. That's crazy. The Empire Trail then. It just needs a couple more visitors to go to that next level. People are using that and utilizing it pretty well. That's quite cool to see. Let's have a look at Charles Phillips Park then. Now that is level 5. People do love that park. How many people are currently walking around right now? Oh, not as many as I thought, considering that we're making 3,000 a week from it. That's ridiculous. OilTown University, still prestigious. The greatest university known to man right now. And for quite some time, we were doing free education. But then since we've enabled no longer free education, it really closed our deficit of losing money. Right, we created a park on the golf club. So people will kind of go there. Not expecting that to make any money whatsoever, but let's just kind of up those fees. And everything seems to be rocking and rolling pretty damn nice. Right, as we see in traffic, yeah, oh wow. Okay, look at the amount of traffic now coming in. Why? Excuse me, guys. Can you sort out your lane management so much earlier? You're crushing my soul right now. You are crushing my soul. Right, let's get all this all pretty much straight. So they've already determined their lanes from the get-go. And we should really take this quite far back to there. I think the big boo-boo happens round about here as these guys trying to join onto the highway. This is where we're seeing the majority of the lane issues. So if I switched like that, right, if I locked them into those two lanes, where are they going? They can go down to here, but they can't quite turn off there. So if I change this then as being like that and allow this lane to do this, that would change them from all being on the outer lane. Everybody. They'll pick their lanes a little bit more smoother and easier. Right, we've cleared that backlog, and if these guys are trying to turn off and go to OilTown, at least they can. At least it's possible. So that's pretty much a straight. We'll turn this over to there, but we'll also ultimately make this one go there. But if they're locked into that one, yeah, and in agreement, they can turn off this way, which is good. And you can do your lane switching over there if you need to anyway. Right, I think that's going to work, guys. I think that's going to work. Wow, look at the amount of car vehicles coming out right now of OilTown. Holy smokes, where am I going? Where am I going? That's a lot of vehicles. I told you guys. I told you we're going to see a lot of traffic issues. I told you. But again, it's one of those things. I've only just enabled the route. So I'll give it time until it settles, and then we can actually see if the traffic is generally there or not. I can do a few little roads that slip off and go different directions as well, and all that jazz. But we need to sort out some giveaway signs, but we'll get to that eventually anyway. Let's sort out all these roads over here then, so we can gradually start building our brand new neighborhoods. Yeah, boy. So we'll pick a point here. And it gets quite difficult now, doesn't it? Have I got all the stuff selected? No. When did that get deselected? Oh, there we go. That's straight across. That's straight across as well. We'll just kind of come off here. As we now progress. Right there. Boom. I'm trying to get it somewhat straight-ish. It's not going to look perfectly straight because of the angles I want to try and go with. But I'm trying to continue the road layout going. A little bit shocking in that area, but we'll just kind of roll with it, guys. Straight over there. And obviously we make them go directly up to the corner. Even though these don't bring traffic in, it's just to kind of make it look like it's still sprawling, as if the city still continues, but we just can't see it. That's the kind of vibes that we're trying to go with. So, right, let's work on this side then. Let's work on this side. So I think we'll come off there like that, and then I didn't mean to press the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button, boy. Right, over by one. There we go. So up to there, and if I can get, I had it smack bang there. Why did I deselect? Up to there. So we're maximizing the spaces. And we go across so we can get as many people in this small area as possible, which is good. And then we'll create our little cut in there and there. And then we'll go straight underneath there for this side. There we go. So that would be nice to kind of build up this area. I'm kind of excited about this, mate. Kind of excited about this. Which will be pretty sweet. We'll keep this free to kind of bundle the traffic through. Get that going straight across. Get that one going straight across as well. Get that crossing through as good as we can. And water. Let's get these water pipes down in this little area. And I'm just going to drop down there then a load of residential. So let's get around the main roads for the pipes. There we go. And then we'll come off all of these. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. And, okay, so we'll still do high density in this little section. Because that will fit wonderfully. We'll cross it over there. We'll do a little bit just here. We'll do some high density commercial just there. But then we bring it down to low density. Low density residential underneath the highway. So the closer we get to the highway, the lower the density goes down. And then, right, let's paint bucket this whole little section there. Paint bucket that whole section there, commercial. Right, let's get rid of those houses there. Add a couple just here. And then get going down that little strip there with residential 2. So let that naturally build up then. We'll see how that goes. How's the traffic then? So the traffic coming out is now only backed up to here. We seem to be free flowing pretty well there. So where's the traffic here then? So the traffic comes from these guys wanting to go around to turn that way. That's where we're getting the majority of our traffic right now. So let's do some junction restrictions then. There we go. No, it's not that one. Which one is it again? This one. So we want them to give way there. There we go. Is that the one I need? Yeah, that's the one I need. Give way on this side so it continually flows the roundabout. So you get a little backlog there, but at least these guys are flowing through. And they need to hurry up and sort out their lane management, because that's what their issue is dying down with right now. Isn't it? That seems to be the issue, so... Right, you can pick which lane you want to go in. Not on both sides, so if I get rid of that one and allow that one to cross over. So you probably won't see much backlog there because you don't really have that much traffic coming from this side there. But as long as they can pick what lane they want to be in, then once I get over to here, you're pretty much going... Oh, wrong button. Pretty much going straight, pretty much going straight. Pretty much going straight. I keep pressing the wrong button. I keep pressing caps lock and S when it should be shift and S. No, is it control and S? Hold on. Let me try it on this one. No, it's control and S. I thought I was pressing something wrong. So allow him to do that. Granted, if I get him to turn off there, that can go there and there. So it's slightly allowed him to pick... I mean, the traffic's kind of died down straight away. Just give it time to flow through. And that's kind of fixed that. We've got the backlog here anyway. And we've done something here. I don't know why I've done this here. But if I kind of sort this out, where that's for that lane, that's for that lane, that's for that lane. We've got the traffic over here as well. So that's for that lane. That can be for that lane. And that lane. Just kind of get the traffic deciphered. That's not even the right word. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Get it filled better. So by them determining to be in a lane already, that's kind of fixed a lot of them traffic issues already, which is not too bad. Not too bad. You still get a little bit here and there, but it's not enough yet to kind of slightly worry about, which is good. And then hopefully this then slowly starts to filter through. I mean, the backlog on that road there is now gone. So that's kind of worked. It's just this at the moment. It's not great at all. I think what we'll do is yeah, if I get rid of that, right, and I already tell this section, if I make this one go straight, But I already tell these guys here that they have to merge over on that side. I'm not sure what that vehicle there's doing. Right, I got this. I got this, because I need that to continually flow, because that's going to be a high traffic route. And then what I'll allow them to do is, because they merged into the green, which then will merge over to the red, I'll let them at a certain point, which I think I'll pick this one. Why can't I do it? Why are you not letting me do it now? Boy? There we go. To merge over to that green one there. So for the people in the blue lane, can merge over there. Then obviously when they get into here, they can choose to split. We'll see how that goes anyway. We'll ultimately see how that kind of goes and plays out. Right, do we have traffic lights here? Yeah, I'm just going to kill off those just to see if they solve the traffic issues first. Before I play around with them. None there. Some there. And whatnot. And they're trying to get out to their certain lanes. Now, do I do a little bit of lane management on this? I don't know. Oh, I think some vehicles here are choosing to go back on. So they're the ones that are being forced to turn off, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So I know this is bad, but I'm just going to throw this in for now. Because I know some vehicles are turning off to go around the roundabout to join back on. Because I forced them to turn off. So as long as I do something like this, I'm hoping that will die down some of the traffic. See, there's not as many turning off now at this point. Now I've decided, like, I'm not forcing them to turn off if they don't want to. So that should then make this flow again as time goes on. Because we've got backlogs over here now again. Let that push itself through. And do you think I should do some lane management on this? Do it like that. So they're picking the lane straight away. And filter the traffic into lanes a little bit more. So we have them 3 going at once rather than 1 going. And see how that naturally progresses. I'm just waiting for them to get a little bit of a free space so they can drive. There we go. Couple now moving through. And then the new traffic to join should hopefully, if I don't pick the lanes here, because I've already filtered them into a certain lane when they join. If I don't pick the lanes, they can then choose their own lanes at that point to merge in. And then pretty much go wherever they want. And then we kind of need to do the same thing over here at this point, do we? The traffic is going crazy. So, forgetting that then, how is there... Ooh, I can make it here. How is there other ways in which we can allow traffic to pass over a little bit more easier than what it's currently doing? Because really, you got to try and figure out the route and where they're going. So I pause it. They're trying to go round to go down to there, right? You're trying to go down to here. So why wasn't... Right, just out of interest, why is it going across here and then down is quicker than going round here? Now, what if I chose to change the speed? There's 60. What if I chose 80 miles an hour on these roads to trick the drivers into thinking that this is then a fast... Oh, yeah, this is a quicker route because you can drive a lot faster. If that makes sense. Do you reckon that's something that I can trick them into doing? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But it would be quite interesting to kind of pretty much see, wouldn't it? It would. But at the same time, those elevated, I could also... I mean, when I build this area up here, I've also got to be able to... Like, I've passed over bridges there. to pass over a bridge just here. So let me see what would happen if I did that. Okay, so let's pick from this point. That's not even connected. What is going on? What is going on with the world right now, boys? Right, so if I got that connected, pushing that up, that's in a solid straight line. Right. So that goes there. And what if I did one here? That went there. Below the train tracks they are right now. So if I chose, for example, 6 by 6 and connected just there, and then let me just upgrade this or update this road here to be on the same level to kind of bend in as another way to kind of bring the traffic in. And I think it's put traffic lights there. It has, yes. And then with this road coming across here, how far does it come down? Let me pause. So I brought it down by another 10. And let's say this came up as well. As it went for like a little mini roundabout in a way. And that came up to there, as if we're, you know, building on this general area. And if I kept that separate from there and this road, I wonder how that changes things in general. Because whatever vehicle uses to go across here might not use this whole little section. And that would be quite cool as well. That would be quite a cool way, but I still, it's like they still, I think it's because this is a highway road. But then what if I change some of this to upgrade to a highway road? Like, cause we have the 4-laner road, so what if I like... Why can't I... There we go. I say, why can't I get that bit there? That turns into a highway road here. A little mini highway. But the problem is, we have a subway just there. So if I integrated the path, or are they walking there themselves? Like that? That's one way they can walk over. That becomes a highway road for traffic to funnel through. And I'm hoping they'll decide to choose this way now over that. Because I think that they're choosing these roundabouts. They're seeing these roundabouts as highways and thinking, you know what, that is a short distance to go up and then down rather than swinging round. But we'll just see how it naturally progresses. If I can get something like that on the way, then that's Gucci, boys. Gucci. Now, this is not working, this roundabout situation now. Because the backup is getting real. The backup is getting real. Vehicles are coming this way now. That's what I've noticed. So where are they going? Where are you going? You are going into there. So why couldn't have you picked to go into here? Makes no sense, does it? But I told you, this is what happens when you open up a road connection. Oh, it's amazing. Right, we got the buildings and the houses going over here right now then, which is pretty cool. So we hopefully should start seeing this being used more, this little interchange right now. They're complaining about there is not enough educated workers. What is the school situation like right now? Let's get a couple more schools in them. So we'll get them kind of... Ooh, we need water. Okay, let me just pause. We'll get the schools in the areas where we can't really do much with. High school, drop in there. Drop in there. University. We've got to build another university over here anyway, but are we going water issue? We do have water issues. So why don't I drop a couple of water towers down? I'm going to put them in the little park area. I think that would be quite funny. There we go. So that will solve water issues anyway. Only a little bit. But we have sewage issues as well, but we'll sort those out in just a moment. So the fact that they're using to come this way more shows that that does work. And I think they're just kind of stuck in their routes before they can decide to come this way. There's no traffic lights there. Or anything like that. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to just get rid of that for now. Just so I can have the traffic flow. And get it start moving and get the backlog disappeared. So I can have the traffic, you know, they will turn into that lane. I don't want to do that either. Right, it's now starting to happen. So we'll put you to there, you turn that way, and then you turn that way. There we go. So that will slowly make that start to flow. It's all slowly starting to move again. We're slowly bringing it back to life in many, many ways. And I think we should also try and get a road connection just here. If I bring that up just to there, so they can do a little UE if they wanted to, like how they were doing before. But being able to bring them out there, it might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing, I don't know. But look at the vehicles now pushing through down this road. So the more I can keep off this roundabout, the better. The better for us. But there's going to be a moment where, or a time where I'm going to need another connection to this monstrosity that I've created. Because that can't be the only way here to funnel the traffic out. We've got to think of something going down here as well. So what if I did something that this road, instead of connecting to there, went here, then went underground, popped up here, span and went down, or if I chose this to come out and connect up, or if we had an underground tunnel that connected up as well. We definitely need something to funnel these guys out, don't we? We have to now start thinking about these underground tunnels. And I'm thinking about the best place to put something like that that will kind of be utilized for a lot of vehicles in this area. So I could do it here somewhere. Not many vehicles are, well, there is a couple of vehicles using this crossover, but not many. Not many at the minute. So if I, because a lot of vehicles trying to go around to join down there. So if I just kind of killed off this bridge, alright, bear with me. Right, let's keep that road as it is for now. And then here, I make it go underground. Right. But it kind of needs to be a highway road. We'll do a single lane here like this. So there. We'll then do a little bend. And get it out to there. Now how does that look? That doesn't look too bad, but the fact that I've got it as a two-laner going filtering into that road, I kind of need to change. So let me upgrade that there like that. So we'll get a lot of traffic then going out this way to go down to here. Which I just want to see, out of interest, how many use it and how useful it will become. That's what I want to see. And now we're getting the traffic issue there, aren't we? Of people trying to filter out. And that's what we'll see now as they come out this way as well. But you just never know until it happens. You never know until it happens. And I'm now seeing that they're coming in this way, which delete that. Because you've got people coming down here, which they'll probably avoid that one. Because they feel like this is closer. So kill off that as well. We're slowly getting our routes back. Traffics are flowing slightly. And it's all being jammed on this single U-turn. Guys, this is what I call glorious. Right, is this the 4-lane highway? It's not even a 4-lane highway. I can turn it into a 4-lane highway. And that will also solve a lot of issues as well as the filtering. So let's try that as our last resort. So the 4-lane highway, let me come above ground. Right, I'm going to pause for a second. Add it in here. as we go there. So then if I choose, that goes that way, that goes that way, that goes that way, that goes that way. And then stuff like this, right? Okay, rather than picking, that doesn't need to do that no more. That can go here. Because what happens is you go straight on, oh, hold on. You go straight on there, you go straight on there, you go straight on there, and then where this should really be a single lane to join on. Right, we'll keep that going straight. And then here, like how this one works then, we'll kind of pick this all over by one. Just so the traffic can continually flow. Right, and then we'll let them pick their lanes as they then slowly drive down there. So we've got to keep it flowing to get the vehicles off the roundabout. Because that backlog here is backing all the way up round to there. So let's clear this through first. And then just give that time to pass through as well. Obviously, while this is happening, we're getting vehicles that wouldn't be normally joining the back of this queue now coming down this way, which is good. Good for us. So I'm still waiting for those vehicles to pass over. I should allow them to pass over like every so often as well. Like here, we can cross over that way, or maybe that crosses over that way. So allow them to get into a lane closer to what they want to do as they get there. But then on this side, allow them to cross back over that way if they're already in the wrong lane. And then we need to sort out, again, like I said, the lane management once again. So I think I'll allow these two here to cross over. So they haven't got to be too determined in a certain lane. It's like they come to a standstill at that one, don't they? I find it hilarious. There we go. And as soon as they're going to do that, I'll allow that to cross over there and that to cross over into that one. So they can get into, obviously if they're turning off this way anyway, the red lane might want to be in the green lane to switch here to go to that side. So allow that as well, which funnels them through. Keep that moving. So this is the only one here that where they cross lanes at. I just want to see how or who is really struggling. So we've got vehicles here that are passing over to that lane. We've got that vehicle there, which is, I want to see whether this is crossing into that lane there. So these two lanes here are crossing into one another, which they can do at this point. Which I'll allow them to do there. We'll allow this to do this as well. They can cross over in their two lanes in that point, which has made a lot of them then just continually flow through, which is good. But then you got a couple there, which will be the guys that are coming from this side here, unable to. They want to go over to the far section. So okay, I got that right now. But if I filter it to there, so these guys joining on here are going to be forced to go in that right hand lane. Then that means going down here is not your best option. What I would then recommend for you is going around the actual roundabout loop to filter into your correct lane. Which is what I want them to do there. So they're in this lane. They can filter into over this point here, the red, which then filters over to that side. So it's like if you're coming from here and you're going over this way, take the shortcut loop there. But if you're going this side, go around the roundabout as normal. So that's one way we can filter it round. And that kind of sorts it in a way, in a weird way, because it's now just kind of passed through, which has got rid of all our little backups. But then we got this side that we need to deal with. So if we did the same kind of method, because we are kind of like merging two lanes into three, which doesn't really go very well. So if we did it, correctly, and allow them to merge further up the road, just so we get an idea of where they're actually going. And if I do this one to go straight as well, just so they flow a bit better. And this is weird because it's also another two into a two and whatnot. But again, we don't really get that much traffic to kind of cause any backlogs. But let's just see how they naturally progress in general on this side.
So we got a lot of them trying to merge over. And if I do pick that these are the 2 lanes that turn off, and these lanes here go that way, we'll then see how they slowly start to fight. So if I do it from quite early on, so say on this one, that we make these 2 lanes able to cross there, either side. Them 2 lanes cross there, either side, right? And then on this one, we make go straight. Make the outers go straight, if I can grab it. But then these can cross if they want to. Alright, so what we've done there, we've made the outer 2 lanes be able to switch. And then the inner 2 lanes able to switch. And then here... Let me pause because I'm going to mess things up again. We make these lanes then switch. Because them middle 2 are able to switch. And if we do it on a gradual process like that, it should sort themselves out for the lane that they need to be in. So let's say you're in the green lane here. You can drive down. You can then switch into the blue, which the blue can switch into the red, and then the red can switch into the green. So you gradually make your switch over. These guys kind of seem to have done it before that. So then let the vehicles move along. So at different stages, I think we're just going to get different kind of backups at different stages, aren't we? It's all determined on when we get a wave of vehicles coming through, and then it will clear, and then we'll get another wave. That's just kind of how it works, isn't it? It just kind of is. Because now, once that would clear, we now got the backup here, as they're slowly trying to move through as well. I think the second version that I've just done was a lot easier than the first version, which is why vehicles are moving so much easier right now. But if that is the worst of the traffic right now at this point, I know we got that little back tail here we got going on right here. If that's the worst of the worst, it's not bad, but it can still be done a lot better. This is before I even take a look at the traffic on this side. Because now we get the traffic coming in. So I told you, we saw the traffic before with these little slip roads. But hey, it's not too bad. It's not too... Because we are filtering traffic in from like a different way. Would we create the highway from hell somewhere else? So maybe these... I mean, I could see like I could do an underground tunnel there that connects up to there. That could be another way to filter traffic through. That could work as well. But I feel like it's just what you're gonna get. It's from the territory of what we've created. That's the downside of it. Right, so we've got to do something here because this is not great. Because that's just... Oh, do you know... Oh, I just figured it out. I think I've just figured it out, guys. Right, let me pause. And let me go to the single one. Let me come above ground as well. So that is a single lane to there. I just realised. So that can stay as a single lane. We could turn that into also a single lane. Which we then turn this into a standard highway. Right? There we go. So by doing that, we choose you to go there, and you to go there. Keeping it straight, keeping it straight, keeping it straight. And then here, because we've sorted out the lane management further down the road, and we spaced it out so it gives them time to kind of progress, that's a whole lot easier to keep them flowing. Which means this continually flows, and they can switch up their lanes as time goes on. Gives time for these guys to filter in as well. And there we go. So we have got traffic coming out of our eyeballs right now. We knew it was going to happen when we create one sole route that connects these guys up. So do we think about setting up a secondary route, a secondary highway to kind of bring these guys in? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide in the comment section down below. But we solved in certain areas traffic flowing. It's just going to be a very, very, very highly used road due to the nature of it. Is there traffic lights here? Yeah. Okay, that's what was kind of slowing this area down just now. And the fact that people are crossing the road there. So we've got to fine-tune a lot of these areas. But the fact that we've also made this a highway road, so a lot of people use this road to get over there a little bit quicker than going across here, frees up the roundabouts to keep the traffic flowing. The fact that we added this little slip road in here, which pulls out just there, is a great way of getting people to the left side, rather than going around here. And if you want to go down there to the right side, we're now just progressively trying to pull the traffic out of this area. And it's just one of those things. It's like, it just takes time. They're trying to pick their lanes. They're trying to get into the right area and whatnot. Alright, you can pick your lanes on the roundabout. How about that? That'll make that flow easier. Even though I don't think they can pick their lanes on the roundabout. So that's a straight turn off there. So if that went that way. So if I got them to stick in their lanes. I know it's a bit unorthodox doing it like that. But that'll help vehicles coming down here able to switch over. But maybe I should only let these guys switch over them. Because I can see the backlog happening on this side then. So if they'd be able to switch over, then we get a lot more of a solid flow of traffic coming through. So that kind of helps that out, and then it clears that slight backlog as it goes through. And then have you seen now that the backlog here is gone? It's only up to here. So it just comes in waves and stages, but it's definitely not good. Let's just throw that out there right now. It's definitely not great. But the little clear things going through, we're slowly pushing. We're slowly pushing it, boys. Oh, it's a pain. It sure is a pain right now, but it's all part of the fun, right, guys? What I could do as well is I could get rid of this bridge and turn this into a one big roundabout to keep traffic flowing. That in itself could be interesting. We might take a look at that for next episode as well. That could be very interesting. But sorting that out, getting that underground tunnel working is going to cause a lot more headaches for us. I think that we do need to think about having a secondary tunnel road because that right now is going to get overused. And I'm trying to think, if we were to do it, what would be the best method? Because what I'm thinking right now is this little area. If we created like an intersection and went underground tunnel, and obviously it just came all the way up, is where where could we incorporate it, join in? And it's got to join over here somewhere to bypass all of this, because the problem with this one is it goes through all of this to get to where they want to get to, which causes traffic along the road. So if it bypassed all of this, where could we make? Do you know what we could probably do? See this little connection road here? Integrate from there, that it goes underground, and then there's a long ass road that connects over to there. I mean, at this stage, like, we've gone above and beyond what's realistic anymore, and we've got so much money burning a hole in our bank account. We could do these crazy things, but look at that. The traffic's now disappeared. And it's flowing through. So sometimes I just don't even know what to think anymore. I'm so perplexed by what is going down. I don't even know what's real anymore. Also, we got a little issue here, I've just noticed. Didn't sort that out, did I? Oh, that allows that to flow a bit better. It's freaking crazy, man. It's crazy. But I think we're going to end it for here and here, guys. And so a lot of hard work's just gone into that, kind of. Yeah, it'd be cool if you got it there, because we can use this as the big interchange to switch into the roads they want to go to. Which would be cool. Would be pretty cool. Yeah, it might work. This is now being cleared through. So I think just in time kind of passes through, doesn't it? This takes time, boys. It's now flowing quite nicely, the highway. Not going to say we fixed it, because at some point another issue will arise, like now they're getting stopped there. Which I know I need to do all the giveaway signs and whatnot, but if I just keep them flowing, as soon as there's a space open, they'll go. Yeah. Which is now backlog that up. But it's not, the backlog's not as bad as it once was. This is quite exciting. This is getting me quite excited for next episode, guys. So traffic's coming in, as usual, but we're going to need an additional road to filter them through. You boys now gone crazy. But guys, hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, until next time, we'll see you all soon. So good.